Hi everybody, welcome to the new mental health skills module, understanding experiences of recovery in mental health. Most of the information that you'll need right now is available in the module handbook and the timetable, which you'll find on the GCU Learn site, which you're probably in just now if you're watching this video. We have quite a number of students in this module, and that makes it a little bit challenging logistically, and that the rooms that we'll have are quite tight, therefore, because it's a lot of simulation and role play, we are going to have to stream the groups. So please pay attention to the timetable, find out which group you're allocated to. That's it, we can't change that now because there's so many people and I can't deal with everybody's requests to make changes to the times. But you'll see that the way the timetable is structured, that most of the Tuesday sessions are online sessions, so they are storyboards, which you're all familiar with from year one. So you'll be asked to go on to the Storify storyboards each week and prepare in the flipped learning style that you're used to come into class and unpack your learning. We've paid great attention to your feedback from the storyboards from year one and the introduction to mental health nursing, and your desire for us to really analyse and break down all of what you've been learning in each storyboard. So you'll see after today there is a couple of little activities that we want you to do, but really what you're coming in to do then on Thursday in workshops is really we'll unpack a bit more about the module, we'll tell you about the structure of the module, and we're going to form you into triad groups. So that's groups of 3 for some of the role play and simulation activities that you'll be doing. Later in the module, and there's I'll tell you about the structure shortly, but later in the module you'll be doing some video role play, which will form the basis of a formative feedback, because the assessment for this module is something called a NOSCA, and we'll deal with that when we see you face to face. We'll talk to you about that. But basically you'll be assessed on your skills around mental health assessment and communication, and that doesn't happen until trimester B. So we've plenty of time to deal with that with you, but all of the role play will support you formatively for that. So the structure of the module is it's what's called a long thin module. So it's over trimester A and trimester B. You're in for 6 weeks in this module, and then you go out into practice for 6 weeks. You have an opportunity then to utilise some of the skills that you've been developing in this first 6 weeks while you're out in practice. You then get some well-deserved Christmas break holidays, after which you'll go back out into practice for 6 weeks again, to consolidate on those skills. We'll then bring you back in for 6 weeks at the end of trimester B, where we will continue to develop the skills base for the module and prepare you for the assignment, which isn't an essay, you'll be glad to know it is, but is though it's something called an OSCA. So we'll deal with that in all in good time. So each week in this first 6 weeks you'll have an online session for the first 5 weeks of the module, which is on the Tuesday, after which you'll come into small group work with a facilitator, involving some volunteer facilitators as well, and you'll really debrief from your learning and develop a personal action plan for your ongoing learning, and there's a template for that in the module guide site, or the module overview button on GCU Learn for the module. I'd really encourage you to get yourself something like this, a notebook which is bound, and this one I think it was Asda, it was about £4, and this will keep all of your notes about your learning together in one place rather than having a loose leaf file. It's up to you though. If you don't like that idea, that's fine. But what you'll be asked to do is every Thursday when you come face to face with your facilitators is to bring in the notes from your learning that you've taken when you've been doing the storyboard activities or completing handouts for the skills based elements of the module. So the first 6 weeks we're really going to spend time developing that understanding of the experiences of people with lived mental health problems, and you'll do that. My belief is that to develop an understanding of that, you have to develop the skills of exploring with people. So using your communication skills to explore the experiences of people. That then gives you a combined with your client an understanding of what's happening. We are going to get you to develop into triads, as I say, so you'll work very much in threes, occasionally even fours when the group is a little larger, so there'll be a number of threes and a four. And we're going to get you to develop credible narratives around the experiences of people living with mental health problems. And those will be looked at by volunteer facilitators, people with lived experience of services, for authenticity and credibility. Okay, so that's kind of a bit, it's basically the skills element is very much about using a counselling model to improve your communication and your ability to explore and gain that greater understanding and in this first 6 weeks. You're really required to attend for 100% of the time because you're working in triads. The learning that you'll be looking at will be supported by the other people in your triad. So if you're not around, if you decide to have a wee sickie, then that puts their other people's learning at jeopardy as well. And so I really encourage 100% attendance if you're you know the procedures if you're going to be unwell, but if you are unwell a lot, then you'll be expecting to get me asking to meet up with you. So the modular assessment, as I said, we'll deal with. All of the other stuff in the module guide is designed to help you understand a wee bit more about some of the structures around the module. Please familiarise yourself with that, but expect there to be some further additions to this as we go through the period and we begin to understand some of the questions that you might have around that experience. The module team is me as module leader, Bill McDonald, Val Howitson is going to be joining us as well for one of the groups, and as I say, we have volunteers who are people with lived experience who are joining us from the Mental Health Network here in Glasgow. And some of you might have met some of those already, but they've been a great asset to the team. So the storyboards are made available to you on the Monday, so we expect you to, by the Thursday, have prepared or done all of the activities that are in the storyboards and prepare yourself to come into class to engage with each other. And we will facilitate that process, but you will be expected to reveal your learning and come with your questions and hopefully stories and solutions that you'll have in your journal, whatever format it takes. We have in the past offered online journals, but they're more difficult for the students then to bring into the class. Of course, though, you can use things like iPads and etc. if that's more useful to you. So yeah, please do bring all of your notes into class. Once again, we'll be encouraging the use of social media. So there is a Twitter hashtag for the module, and it's understanding recovery is the hashtag for the module. But you'll see that through the storyboards each week, which are a mixture of asking you to go and do plenty of reading, some hard copy handout materials we'll give you, which we want you to deal with, and there'll be the usual online bits of video and film, which will include your own bits of film when we do the role plays that you're doing. We're really excited about the module. Hope that you'll enjoy it. If you put your effort in, you will enjoy it. There may be some minor changes from from time to time, just because of as I say, the logistics. But what I'll ask you to do is make sure that each week you please check the announcements. Look at your emails, because any announcement will generate an email to you as well. So rather than wandering about lost, if we have to make changes, you'll be informed if you check your emails. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday, and hope you enjoy the module.